Welcome to the Tellone Perspective. I'm your host, Dean Tellone. Over the last 50 years in the financial services industry, I've seen just about every tax situation you can imagine. Today, we're going to talk about a specific type of tax professional, one that many people haven't heard of, but one that is absolutely critical when you're facing complex tax challenges. We're talking about the enrolled agent, or EA. If you've ever wondered what an enrolled agent actually does, how they differ from a CPA or a tax attorney, and when you might need one in your corner, this episode is for you. I've been an enrolled agent since 1991, and I can tell you firsthand, it is a unique and powerful credential. Let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is an enrolled agent? An enrolled agent is a federally authorized tax practitioner who has been licensed and empowered by the United States Department of the Treasury. Specifically, they are licensed by the Internal Revenue Service. In fact, enrolled agent status is the highest credential awarded by the IRS. Unlike CPAs or attorneys who are licensed by individual states, enrolled agents are licensed at the federal level. This means an EA has unlimited practice rights. They can represent any taxpayer, whether it's an individual, a partnership, a corporation, or an estate, before the IRS in any state across the country. But how did this profession come to be? The history is actually quite fascinating. The position of enrolled agent dates all the way back to 1884, right after the American Civil War. It was created by Congress under the Horse Act of 1884, signed by President Chester A. Arthur. After the Civil War, many citizens had property, like horses, confiscated for the war effort, and they were having a hard time settling claims with the government. Congress created enrolled agents to act as advocates for these citizens. When the modern income tax was established in 1913, the role of the EA expanded to include tax relief claims and eventually tax preparation and IRS representation. Today, there are roughly 87,000 practicing enrolled agents in the United States. To become one, you have to pass a rigorous 3-part special enrollment examination that covers individual taxes, business taxes, and representation, practice, and procedures. Or you must have worked at the IRS for 5 consecutive years in a position that regularly applied the tax code. It's not an easy credential to get, and it requires continuous education to maintain. Now, a question I get asked all the time is, Dean, what is the difference between an enrolled agent, a CPA, and a tax attorney? Who should I hire? It's a great question. All 3 of these professionals are what the IRS calls federally authorized tax practitioners. All 3 have unlimited representation rights before the IRS, but their focus and training are very different. Let's look at certified public accountants, or CPAs. CPAs are highly educated professionals who have passed a difficult exam and met strict state licensing requirements. But here is something that surprises a lot of people. Most CPAs do not specialize exclusively in taxation. A CPA's training covers auditing, financial accounting, business law, and management. Many CPAs only focus heavily on taxes for 3 or 4 months out of the year during tax season. The rest of the year, they might be doing corporate audits or financial consulting. They are excellent for complex tax return preparation and corporate accounting, but tax controversy isn't always their primary focus. Then you have tax attorneys. These are lawyers who specialize in tax law. They are trained in legal advocacy and adversarial proceedings. If you are facing criminal tax charges, or if your case is going to the United States Tax Court or a federal court, you need a tax attorney. Only attorneys can represent you in those courts. And then you have enrolled agents. EAs are the only federally licensed tax practitioners who specialize exclusively in taxation. We don't do corporate audits. We don't draft legal contracts. We do taxes. We live and breathe the Internal Revenue Code. Because our credential comes directly from the IRS, our expertise is entirely focused on tax preparation, tax planning, and IRS representation. So when should you specifically seek out an enrolled agent? You need an EA when you are facing a complex tax situation, particularly one that involves the IRS. Let me give you a few examples of where an enrolled agent really shines. First, IRS audits. If you receive an audit notice, whether it's a simple correspondence audit through the mail or a full field audit where an agent comes to your business, an EA can step in. We can communicate directly with the IRS examiner on your behalf, handle the paperwork, and defend your tax return. Second, collection actions. If you owe back taxes and the IRS is threatening to levy your bank account or place a lien on your property, an EA can negotiate for you. We can help set up an installment agreement so you can pay over time. Or if you truly cannot pay, we can apply for currently not collectible status to halt collection actions. Third, offers in compromise. This is a program where you settle your tax debt for less than the full amount you owe. It is a highly complex, rigorous process. The IRS rejects the majority of these applications. An EA knows exactly how the IRS calculates your reasonable collection potential and can build the strongest possible case for a settlement. Fourth, multi-state tax issues. Because EAs are federally licensed, we can represent you no matter where you live. If you have a business that operates in California, Nevada, and Arizona, an EA can handle the federal implications across the board without worrying about state-by-state licensing restrictions. At the end of the day, dealing with the IRS can be incredibly stressful. The tax code is massive, it changes constantly, and the penalties for getting it wrong can be severe. When you hire an enrolled agent, you are hiring a specialist. You are hiring someone who has proven to the Department of the Treasury that they understand the intricacies of the tax code. Furthermore, EAs are required to complete 72 hours of continuing professional education every 3 years, including specific ethics training. We have to stay current. In my own practice, holding the enrolled agent designation alongside my CFP and MBA, has allowed me to look at a client's financial picture holistically. We don't just look at the investments. We look at the tax implications of those investments. And if the IRS ever comes knocking, we have the authority and the expertise to stand between our client and the government. If your tax situation is straightforward, maybe you just have a W-2 and a standard deduction, you might not need an EA. But if you own a business, if you have complex investments, if you have unfiled returns, or if you are in a dispute with the IRS, an enrolled agent is exactly who you want in your corner. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Tellone Perspective. I hope this gave you a clear understanding of what an enrolled agent is and why this credential matters so much in the world of taxation. Remember, proactive planning is always better than reactive fixing. If you're facing a tax challenge, don't wait. Seek out a qualified professional who specializes in the problem you're trying to solve. Until next time, I'm Dean Tellone. Take care of your finances, and they'll take care of you.